What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna go back to basics. We got an unboxing that we're gonna get to. We'll speed this process up, but I'm gonna open this for all of you guys. It's gonna be the first time that I'm getting a look at this pair too, so here we go. All right, we got to the pair. And yo, this box is super dope. Obviously, if you guys follow me and you're into sneakers, then you probably know what this pair is, or you at least have an idea because, well, they've got it stamped all over the box. This is the Air Max 90 SP2 in particle gray, black, and then gris particular noir. Probably completely butchered that. The Air Max 90 Special Edition Pattas. All right, so off the rip, this is a special edition. I believe they only released this in the UK. So it's gonna have premium materials that the two colorways that they did come out with that were released on the sneakers app does not have. You've got the, I believe it's like a Volt yellow and then like a violet blue. I can't think of the exact name of that colorway. Those two released on the sneakers app. I actually was going to attempt to go for both of them. Fell asleep at the wheel, totally forgot about the release. And I did have a couple of friends that hit. They love them, and resale on them isn't anything crazy. But this pair, this to me is definitely the best of the three. And it's not because it's super limited, and it's not because of the hype. It's just because of the materials and the colorways that Patta decided to use. It's got that hologram. It totally gives me nostalgia vibes. You guys that are 80s babies, you know about the Upper Deck holograms or the Denny's Grand Slam cards that you would get. So yeah, that's super fire. The colorway of this shoe, I'm sure for a lot of you guys might be surprised that generally speaking, as you can see behind me, I have a lot of loud colors. I have a lot of very loud sneakers. This is very much muted, very much earth tone, brown, gray, white, cream, off-white, and black there on the swoosh. I want to actually get a better look at this tongue. I know we've got the Patta logo here on it. Yeah, that's clean. Insoles, let's take a look at those. Super simple. Patta logo right there. Again, what I love about this pair is that no frills, but it's going to be something that you can wear year round with really any fit. So these colors are going to go good with anything that you toss on. The biggest difference for those of you who might not know exactly why Patta collabed with Nike on this particular pair, they had a lot of success with the Air Max 1, and they called them the Waves, of course. And the Air Max 1, just like now what they've done with the Air Max 90s, they switched it up by adding the Wave there, which I think, to be totally honest, looks better on the Air Max 1 than on the Air Max 90. And my biggest reason for that is because I think the silhouette for the Air Max 1 is very simple. You don't really need to do a lot, and just by adding that wave to it, I think they just knocked it out of the park. Air Max 90s, there's a lot more going on. This is a bigger shoe, and there's just more pieces to the puzzle. So do I think that the wave on here looks good? Yeah, I think it looks good, but I don't think it necessarily makes the shoe look much different. For obviously sneakerheads or Air Max 90 aficionados, they're gonna notice it, but for most people, they might just look at this pair and think, oh, that's just a very typical basic Air Max 90 in some muted colors. And yeah, you could say that. I think that also is kind of what makes this shoe really cool, is that it is a hype shoe, it is a limited shoe, but it doesn't necessarily have the look like these Grateful Deads behind me or a lot of my other pairs. Materials, like I said, very premium. So you've got leathers, you've got suedes, you've got nubucks. Everything feels nice, feels good. I don't think that they, went cheap, especially on this pair. I haven't seen the other two pairs in hand, so I don't necessarily know if that's going to be a similar vibe. I know the materials might be different, but I don't know how premium they are. So this one is going to cost you a lot more if you want to get your hands on it than the other two releases that they had on the sneakers app. But if you don't mind that, then I think this is actually going to be a really dope pickup. I think that shoes like this always are going to have a place in the sneaker community because of the fact that nostalgia. Everyone loves Air Max, especially the early renditions, Air Max 90s, Air Max 1s, 95, 97s. So I think that this collab with Patta is clean, is simple. It's going to be something that I think a lot of people would not mind having in their collection. So what's your guys' thoughts on this pair, this Air Max 90 Patta in the premium coconut milk colorway? Is this a cop or is this a drop? Thanks for always tuning in, for rocking with me, and I got some more content coming for you guys very shortly, so stay tuned.